Kamagani and welcome to Verses of Nexa. I am Niharika.
Kamagani. Hi, I am Aditi, Nixa's friend or a fan, whatever you want to call.
I think I'll call her a friend. So,
Thank you.
the story goes that Aditi here, and now she's called Adi. Aditi here sends me a huge text on Pinterest, and I happen to read it, and I happen to love it, and I happen to appreciate the intensity with which she has written the whole text. I mean, I don't remember the number of times I read it to actually get the essence. And she mentioned so many things. She mentioned about her poetry, she mentioned about her dissertation, she mentioned about, I mean, literally everything, which we'll get into now. And we finally decided to meet, and here we are in my room talking to each other, making a video of a meet and greet, and and I'll let you hear it from her. So we'll be answering. She will be answering a
Yeah,
few questions about her, which I'll ask obviously, and the questions are right in front. I mean, these are conversations which I've already had
yeah,
so many times. So just to keep it, more to the point, I'll ask her questions
yeah,
and see you can maybe resonate, relate, because I felt so happy when she texted me because her text was so original, so natural, so to the point, and I felt so good that I was able to impact that someone through the screen, which
yeah.
I mean all content creators want to do, and it resonates or it inspires someone anywhere. And she mentioned she's from IPCW college. She's also pursuing a fourth year, and she's also writing a translation. I was so glad to meet her. So Aditi, let's get started.
All right,
Take a deep breath.
let's go.
Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You're blowing in the mic, which is nice. People should get a little bit thoda annoyed, no? They should not always be satisfied with one video. They should always have something stupid to say about it.
Okay,
First impressions. When did you first discover my content and what was the first impression you had of me?
all right. So, I was whining about my research here, and YouTube pops her video of writing a dissertation on folk ditty, which I loved and absolutely was intrigued by the kind of topic that she chose for herself, folk ditty, which in a way is very unique. I mean, like, people want to do research on this geopolitics, this and that, but somebody who chose a topic which is
Religious,
spiritual,
cultural.
exactly, which is spiritual. And I
Hmm.
think spirituality is one of the things which obviously we have common between us, apart from poetry, philosophy, and a tons of lot things. Okay, so I saw that video, I resonated with her, I saw her every single,
Social.
yeah, exactly, every single social media
Profile.
profile, right from her Pinterest to her Spotify podcast to even her every single YouTube shorts, her Pinterest. I mean, like, Pinterest should hire her, I feel like. So yeah, exactly, Pinterest should hire her. And that's how I got to know about her, since she has asked me to keep it a little short. So I just can't fit in what I really felt after knowing you. I was so drawn to you. I could feel that grace. She's that kind of woman who walks into a room and who owns it, and everybody wants to be around that person. Everyone feels happy, and I could feel that energy from a YouTube video. Can you imagine that thing? From a video on screen, I could feel it, and I wanted to meet her. I wrote something on my notebook, and then I typed that on my notes on my phone, and then I shared that thing with her, and she agreed to meet me. Although I was a little skeptical, she's some big influencer. How is she going to behave with me? Would she be, like her videos out there on internet? But then, meeting her in person, I can say she is she's Snow White. She's a complete Disney character. She is the most graceful person that I've ever met. Yeah, that's
And
how I
and
want to.
remember where so the first time when we were about to meet, है ना? So
Yeah,
our plans got cancelled because
told.
of our dissertation, our
Yes.
stupid dissertations
Yeah.
that we are pursuing voluntarily
Yeah.
that we are done with now. So I
Yeah.
had so I came to Delhi to give my internals and exams. So I think I was busy with my
Yeah.
internals and I was busy on a
Assignments.
Sunday also.
Yeah, you were writing assignments. You had some Google Meet with some of your
Yes,
professor.
I was so damn preoccupied because getting married and then coming back to this scholarly life again and continuing with all the
Yeah.
things that you left in
Yeah.
between, because
Exactly.
in January I had gone to do
Yeah.
my field research, but everyone in home was preparing for shadi. It was so I would say overwhelming. So
Overwhelming.
first time we were not able to meet, but then on 20th May
We met.
we met. It was my second last exam,
Okay.
and we decided to meet. And as soon as I saw her, I gave her a big hug, a tight one. She looked like a small little doll, like like a Barbie doll, choti si. And today also she looks so pretty. She's wearing this Desi Diu aesthetic. She look at the chudiyan and a short kurti, which is so sexy.
Thank you. Okay. So I come from Haryana and we don't usually hug people when we meet. So this girl walks up to me and gives me such a wonderful, such a genuine hug, which I absolutely loved, and it was so warm, it was so loving. And she addressed me with up, which made which made me so very happy. She's very,
अब तो
very,
हम तू
very
पे आ
sweet.
चुके हैं.
Yeah, अब हम
अब
तू
हम
पे
तू
आ
पे आ
चुके हैं.
चुके हैं. And I also think I would be so I mean, I when I saw her, I thought कि ठीक है मतलब it's someone who wants to meet me because I felt the message was genuine and all.
Mhm.
But फिर जब when you actually meet the person and then uh, you feel, oh damn, it was a good decision. I felt it. And she mentioned all about her poetry and her dissertation in the message. So I was very glad कि यार कोई तो है.
Because I did mention it deliberately because I didn't want it. There's so many people out there on internet. You are posting a lot of pictures,
I do
so
get a lot of Instagram
yeah,
and
exactly,
Pinterest and mails.
exactly. We know how that comes, and so I wanted to be very genuine because I really admire her and I really wanted to see her. And because we had so many things in common. She was also from Delhi University North Campus, doing fourth year, and managing a lot many things, and we had so many things in common, like.
And she wrote a diary. She wrote no, she didn't. She brought a letter and a chocolate and a published edition of her own poetry, which she published in November.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
November.
in like November 2025.
Yeah.
And that was based off one of the posts I talked about poetry, that I also
Hmm.
write poetry, but sadly that day I was only carrying one poem in my phone.
Yeah.
So we did that. But today we met on my last exam, 7th, and today she read a few poems
Yeah.
because I carried my diary so that
Hmm.
I could show her a few poems, because I'm not planning to get published anytime soon. So I just wanted to show her how are my writings.
All right. So
After that, what
after
did we ate?
we went to post office,
We went to post office.
which was such a very
And we
surreal
directly
experience for
went.
me.
She came to Khalsa College ka gate, and then I
Yeah.
told her, what did I tell you?
No, no, no. You texted me. You asked me that, do I want to come along with you?
So I texted
Obviously,
her.
to which I agreed.
Yeah. I texted I wanted to go to post office to post a letter, and then she said, "Yeah, we'll go together." And then we went and we posted a letter.
I wish if we could be in some cotton sari that day.
Anna, we could have
Yeah.
made a nice reel.
Yeah, exactly.
So, whom were we posting the letter to though?
We were posting the letter to someone very special in Niksa's life, my dear Jitusa.
I was writing a letter to Diggy, and the जो post office वाले भैया, he was so nice. He told me कि मैम आप शादीशुदा हो? I said yes, and she said, "ये आप अपने पति को लिख रहे हो, आप आपके पास फ़ोन नहीं है?" मैंने कहा नहीं, मैंने उसमें लिखा है, let's think technology doesn't
Doesn't
exist.
exist.
So yeah, that was memorable. We
Yeah.
clicked pictures, and by the time he was doing the work, I was reading her poems, and
Yeah.
I would call her back and forth. Yeah, Aditi, I think this is this.
Hmm.
I'm analyzing this from your poems, and these are the words. And it was such a Pinterest day.
Yeah.
We had I had iced latte. You had
Oreo
Oreo
shake.
shake, and we talked and
and
talked
and talked.
and talked for hours, and we clicked
Exactly.
pictures. We both were wearing kurtis. I
Yeah.
was wearing the red corset kurti, and she was wearing a
Black
similar black kurti,
halter neck.
halter neck, similar to this one,
Yeah.
but it was a little
Long.
longer. Yeah, very pretty. And we clicked pictures.
Okay.
So, moving on to the next question.
We need to
Uh,
fasten up.
okay, were you nervous before meeting me, and what videos of mine are your favorite, and have they helped you in any phase of your life?
Of course. So I was a little skeptical, because when you see somebody on social media, you're looking at someone through the way they're trying to portray themselves. You don't know how the real person is. And meeting her in real, it was such a surreal experience, to be really honest. I loved her, the kind of person she is. I mean, like, she is feminine, she is divine, and she's such a sweetheart. And the another question which she asked me right now, which video of her I resonated and I find inspired me. So obviously she talked, there are a lot many videos which I loved of her. I mean, like, the way she records her long format videos, putting the camera over there, and
Very
she start
basic, no
she
editing, very basic.
and yet they are so very genuine, they are so very good. I mean, like, I love all of her videos. I've seen every single one of her. But You're Always an Exception, and that one is my favorite. And the one in which she talked about mantras, she talked about universe, she talked about spirituality. I mean, like, all of her videos are my favorite. So,
I
but
think you
You
told
Are
me,
Always an Exceptional one is
huh?
on the
I think you
top.
told me you watched all the videos,
Yeah, I have seen every single one.
and I'm so grateful. I'm
Thank
so
you.
grateful to even meet her. I remember telling her on the first day, and on the day we met, and we were looking at each other, and we were smiling. I was like, I'm so grateful to have met this woman, because I mean, at this age, I think even being so young, or maybe driving into womanhood or something, we do realize how important female friendships are,
Exactly.
and finding good people,
Exactly.
finding kind hearted, passionate,
Mm.
intelligent young women who resonate with you, who understand you, who get you, and who are always lifting each other up. I mean, I told her the moment I saw her poems, I told her you should write a fiction. And I mean, I gave her a letter today. So what would you? So we met today on our last exam. So would you like to say how it was?
Yeah, it was. I mean, like,
She
I
came all the
don't
way
want.
from her home, which is pretty far,
Yeah.
to meet me.
Yeah. So I don't want the time to move ahead. I want to freeze it. I want to be with her. I mean, like, I told her the only thing that I regret about us is I wish if I could have known you
A little
earlier.
sooner.
Yeah, exactly. A little sooner, a little earlier. So that is thing. And I mean, like, obviously meeting her is so very special. I'm the kind of person who loves talking, but I love listening to her, the way she speaks, the kind of, there's some charm in her. I mean, like, I absolutely love her. I really, really love her.
And I wrote a letter for her yesterday. And I was just thinking about what should I give her, and I think I love language literature.
Literature, yeah,
So we
exactly.
both write each other things, and she wrote a letter to me and Diggy, and I wrote a letter to her, and she brought chocolates, and I didn't know if she liked chocolates or not, so we got a pastry
Mm.
while coming home, so we had something sweet together.
Yeah,
And I think writing letters and writing messages and writing little notes to someone is such a love language. It's such a way
exactly.
to express what you
Exactly.
feel, so
Exactly.
intrinsic, so detailed,
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
so warm. So I don't know. I mean, it's words fall short to express.
Yeah, exactly. We can't fit all our love in words, and yet we feel like there's so much in me which I just can't put in words. There are so many, you know, there are so many feelings inside you which you can't even translate. Maybe there's so many, maybe words don't even exist for them. You know, I mean, like, I'm not able to express it, but it's
I completely
beautiful.
get it.
Yeah.
And my last question, which is very
Hmm.
important: where do you see our friendship 20 years from now? And before we say anything, I know people will assume, okay, they've just met, they don't know, matlab, है ना,
Mhm.
they'll have all sorts of
Yeah.
assumptions, which is completely right, because have we have had we seen someone getting so close or
Mhm.
knowing each other for such a short span of time, I fumble a lot.
It's
Such
okay.
a
No, you don't fumble.
such a short span of time. So I we would definitely be, quick to judge. I mean, it would be a thought at least
Yeah,
कि
of
they
course.
should know each other more to
You know,
know each other and see if they are really friends or not, and
exactly.
if that will last.
But
And it's
there
okay.
are, you meet someone and you feel like, she's my soul sister. You meet that person and you like, I have always known this person from, so
And yes,
long.
and we discussed about this in our first
Yeah,
meet. It's like we've known each other, like we've
yeah,
always known each other.
exactly. It
And
felt like that.
yeah, and so that is why I'd like to ask you, where do you see us, a friendship 20 years from now?
All right. So I don't know what future holds for us, but I want to keep this girl very close to my heart. Am in I'm in love with her and I want to be close with her.
We'll be close.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I want I want to I want to imagine ourselves in some very pretty saris, you
Yeah,
know,
I just
having,
got two saris.
yeah, exactly, and having our lunch or maybe some evening tea, and then looking at some sort of thing, some river, some,
Sitting at a
yeah,
scenery or a landscape,
exactly,
looking at a landscape.
yeah, looking at a
Woman, old
landscape.
women? No, I think we'll still be hot.
Young, yeah, exactly. We are
Hot,
young. We'll
yeah,
always be young. We'll
yeah.
always be sweet 16 even after 20
She
years.
looks sweet 16. I don't look 16. If someone
No,
were to come
bhai.
up to
I'll
her,
slap her. She looks sweet 16.
do I?
I mean,
I'll take
like,
that as a compliment.
of course, you look so very
And I can imagine our
divine, feminine.
kids roaming about,
Yeah,
playing.
yeah,
And I
you
mean, if
know,
we have kids,
yeah.
God knows. And do you like green tea?
Maybe. I'm not
I
sure.
think, yeah, I like green tea. And you don't like much of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this about her now.
So,
She doesn't like much coffee. I'll be having green tea and you can have Oreo shake.
no, no, not Oreo shake.
You,
Maybe a lemonade.
maybe a lemonade mojito, something fresh,
I
something out
think
of
we
the
should,
mix.
I think we should save that thing for later. But
Yeah.
I want to keep her close. I want both of us to be happy, to be at peace.
And
Uh,
write and keep writing
yeah, and keep writing, and staying in touch. I want to call her every month and speak for hours with her.
and gossip about all the little things that
Yeah,
happens.
in our lives.
Yeah,
And I mean, I just want to love her through
through thick and thin,
through our lives.
through thick and thin.
Yeah, through thick and thin.
And yes, that's what we feel about each other. And this video might sound so
And I want to visit some places also
with me.
once. Yeah, exactly. There's some.
So wherever I am, wherever
Mhm.
my husband is posted, you can always come.
But I want that to be a little girl's trip.
No, no, we can go anytime on a
Yeah,
girls'
of
trip.
course.
We can tell him to get out of the house for some days, or we can just we can tell him to shift to the guest house, and then we can. I mean,
Sorry, Jisa.
Diggy, I think he would be like, what? And I think he would still do it. He's so kind and
Yeah.
sweet. I think
Yeah,
he would do it.
of course.
So yeah, we'll go on a trip.
Yeah, of course you know.
And I think we'll be looking at this video 10 years from now, and then people would be guessing, oh, do they still know each other? Do they
Yeah.
still talk? Because it's out in the internet.
Yeah.
But okay, doesn't matter. I mean, we know
Yeah.
what we both think about each other and feel
And
about each
the
other,
fact
and
is
how
that,
grateful we are to know each other.
yeah, exactly. The fact that we are recording this video because we are so very fascinated by each other,
Yeah,
and I hope this friendship stays,
yeah.
and always and forever.
And
Cheers.
we'll leave you with that.
Cheers to Voices of Tixa.